So, yeah. Mark, come down this way.
You want me to come?
Yeah, Mark, come down this way. And, yeah, right about there. That should be fine.
Okay. You gonna want me to show things on the screen?
It's not my screen, but
that's not yours.
it's interesting though. Okay. So yeah, why not?
Okay.
That makes it more
Sure.
better. Yeah. Or that screen looks good too.
I want to take it live when it is live. It is? Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready when you are.
Oh, okay. Ready, Raymond? Welcome back to the J2C Tech Video Show. To my left is Mark Staffney from FCN, who's one of our prime partners. Mark, take it from there. Thanks, John. Yes, I'm Mark Staffney with FCN. We are a value-added reseller of IT products to the federal government. I'm very pleased to be involved in John Chandler's J2C consortium. I guess we sort of supplement his efforts. On the one hand, he's selling all broadcast and audio-visual, but sometimes that comes with some needs for some computer servers, some storage, some network equipment, security possibly. So I can supplement his list of materials with all that because I can source the regular IT stuff. So we get together and we have a full comprehensive end-to-end solution that has all of his and all of mine. So we make a good team in that respect. Also, of course, everything that gets bought is out on a government-wide access contract vehicle. So John does not have any of those contracts, so he's teamed with me, and I become the prime on these bids because FCN has many of the government-wide access contracts. We're prime on SOUP, prime on 2GIT, which is mandated by the Air Force, and many more. So the contract aspect of our relationship is very key. Finally, many times there are people that have to do the services, and they often have to do it in restricted, top-secret areas. We have, FCN has a facility clearance that's top secret, so we can process the DD-254 forms that get flowed down from the government to us, to J2C's consortium, and that way we can get the people who are ready to work in the building, inside the secret compartmentalized information facility, the SCIF. So we help out with the clearances, and myself and many of my coworkers are also TS-SCI cleared. So we can walk right into buildings and get the real information inside closed doors from the customer, and we can bring that back to the consortium. So I'm very pleased overall to be associated with the group, and it's been very beneficial to everyone. Whatever. Thank you, Mark. So the next on our list is ARISTA switching. Anyway, hang on one second.
Good.
And part of the workflow should be set up externally and trace coded to whatever.
Okay, so today we also have ARISTA switching, and it's represented by Richard Whitney. Richard?
Good afternoon, everybody. As John indicated, ARISTA Networks is a provider of software-defined networking devices that anything from 1 gig to 400 gig high-density platforms. We initially made our name in the data center and changed a lot as far as how data centers are built today and how the rest of the industry has changed along with that. But we're a company that uses merchant silicon, so that is chipsets that are built by Intel, Broadcom, Cavium, Barefoot, so on and so forth, and we produce platforms around those chipsets. As such, over the years, as merchant silicon has changed and added features and functionality, we've also in turn added more features and functionality to our own product line and kind of expanded out from the data center. So today we provide IP storage solutions, data center interconnect, SD-WAN, campus, PoE, Wi-Fi. So we've expanded out pretty much every single networking use case. Along with that, an area of focus for us is media and entertainment, obviously related to the J2C show that we're at today. I have a switch here that's an example of one of the platforms that we use in the media and entertainment area, specifically for 2110 transport. So those that aren't totally familiar, 2110 typically is multicast. There's some pretty interesting requirements associated with that for timing and sync, also buffering requirements to make sure that the transport itself, interconnecting all the systems, is lossless. Interestingly to note, a lot of the industry standard testing is done on ARISTA equipment due to the fact that we can provide all of that functionality in a lossless way for our customers. So in addition to that, we have a management platform called CloudVision, and we can take streaming data off of every single platform that we have deployed. It's all live data, including anything you can think of that would exist on a switch, either physical or virtual, to include multicast flow information. And so what we've done is we've created an application on top of the CloudVision platform called our Media Control Service, MCS, Multicast Control Service. Allows us to view all of the multicast streams in the network, be able to keep track of all that, make sure that if there's redundancy, we're still seeing those flows going, and if there's any issues or troubleshooting that we can do. So it gives us the ability to visualize what's going on the transport side. Let's see. I do want to highlight a couple of the differentiators because obviously there are other networking vendors out there. For us in particular in the media and entertainment and support for 2110 is the ability to provide a lossless fabric, our support for the standards community and supporting those standards on our platforms, and also one of the big differentiators for us is very accurate PTP and timing distribution throughout the network into the end devices. As far as a platform itself, some of the main differentiators are we have a big focus in quality for our platforms. Associated with quality is security. So a lot of people think about the security of data that's being transmitted through the network, but oftentimes not really thinking about the device themselves or the operating systems that are actually running those devices and how secure they are. The way that we get there is that we look at our company as a software company, and so when we build our software, we have fully integrated automated testing that runs 24/7, 365. We run every feature with every other feature that we can possibly imagine, even as we introduce new feature sets into our products. This allows us to identify bugs early on with our platforms and fix those bugs before we release code to our customers. The same thing kind of goes on the hardware side in the sense that we have a very skilled and tenured hardware team, and some of the leading hardware folks in the industry. Andy Bechtolsheim was one of our founders. He was also the founder of Sun Microsystems. I'm sure many people on here probably recognize that name. So we have very good leadership on the hardware side as well. It's enabled us to build some pretty amazing platforms over the years, always leading edge, exceeding the capabilities of our competitors, at least initially, until there's a catch-up. But what we've done is we made sure that, so we're taking the merchant silicon and building hardware around it. We make sure that when we do that, we consider power constraints. We want to make sure that we don't need as much cooling or power as our competitors. And then also from a reliability standpoint, we tend to reuse some of the chassis that we build. because we know that they're good platforms. Our CPU boards, we reuse those. So a lot of things kind of go into the mix in regards to creating a very reliable hardware platform. So really, in order to have a totally reliable, performing platform, you need to have both high-quality software and hardware, and that's really what our company is focused on. In addition to that, most features that we have come out with over the years have been through working with our customers and looking at what our customers actually need and integrate those features into our platform. So we're a very customer-focused company. If anybody would like a demonstration or to talk more about our platforms, we can provide both a virtual or physical demonstration of our platforms. Please feel free to reach out to myself. My email is rw@arista.com, or reach out to J2C and John, and he'll be able to make a connection for you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you for supporting the show. Everyone, so the last one of the day is going to be our toner booth. Right down to the end of the aisle.
So for people like these guys who have been selling appliances to get your conversion done,
Okay. Back again. So I'd like to introduce to the audience live, Mr. John Kipp. John Kipp works for Toner Cable.
Thank you, John. Okay, where to start? So we've been in business for 51 years, and basically everything that you've seen in the room happens before you get to us. And where we come in is we have the pieces, parts, and the knowledge that you need to actually have distribution in the enterprise solution. And when I say enterprise solution, I mean schools, cruise ships, hospitals, embassies, any place where you need to actually get the signal out of the air, which is what we're seeing here, and then distributed throughout the building. This happens in a couple of different ways, and it comes in various formats. Sometimes you can pull things over the air, as we're showing here today. They may come in over a satellite feed, which would be a much larger dish, or they might come in through IP, which is where a lot of the industry is going to their distribution handoff format. When you do get it, and it's time to do something with it, we have engineering staff, we have trucks that we can roll out. We've helped people like NBC, ABC, CBS, the NFL channel, NASA, to put up large dishes and to do their distribution, or also to help people at that uplink facilities. We've been providing the tools, the connectors, the amps, the things necessary for engineers in the field for 50 years. Started on the CATV side. As a matter of fact, when the company started, we still had people on the moon. And anyway, so we have our own branded products, and we have a myriad of them. We make our own taps. These are the finest available. We have our own broadband amplifiers. We have preamps for antennas if it's a small build, if you're trying to pull something over the air and distribute in-house. We have handheld analyzers and meters. This is for ATSC 1 and 3. We have the ability to take those signals and convert them to IP and then send them to transmitters. And inside of a small box like this would be a bookend, we can actually change the television channel name number so that you can have this at your transmitter, and you can have a whole state of translators and transmitters where you have to change the PID information for locals. We have partners that build
This is a transcoder, so this will take signals in from any of the other people that you've seen in the room today, and they can transfer that. You may have heard the term SRT. Well, they'll use SRT to go over the public internet. When you get to the other side, you can have a little box like this to break it back out again. This is IP, this is RF, and we also do fiber as well. So that's what we do. So basically everything from taking the signal out of the air and building the network that actually allows it to be transmitted throughout the building, all the way to the desktop or the set-top box, or in this case, straight to the television. I'm John Kipp, and this is Turner Cable.
Thank you for joining us today. We're going to start running, once the live feed is over, we're going to start running the videos. So thank you very much. Can't wait till the next time we do this. Bye.
So with this box, we added UHD and we added HDR.
Thank you.